How's everybody doing today? It's Nick from Final Cut Gaming and welcome back to another video. As you guys have seen in my recent uploads, I've been playing a ton of the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout beta. As someone who enjoys the Black Ops franchise tremendously, I already knew I was going to buy Black Ops 4 and play the hell out of it, and the opportunity to play this beta only sealed the deal for me. I already had the game pre-ordered, and on launch day, I'm going to probably go radio silent and grow a manly beard when I play nothing but Blops 4 for a month straight. This beta though was a unique experience for anyone who had played a Call of Duty game and went in expecting a Call of Duty experience, because here's the thing, it was nothing like any other game mode or level or map that COD has ever had. The map is huge, and in it you have multiple remakes of some of the best maps ever put into Black Ops multiplayer, including Nuketown, Firing Range, and Raid, along with a near-perfect remake of the Zombies map Verrucht on the outskirts of the map. Obviously this is what Blackout was always intended to be. Activision saw the insane success of games like Fortnite and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and probably asked Treyarch if they could whip up something similar, and knowing Treyarch, the only innovative dev team of the three COD developers, they had to go out of their way to make it fantastic. Blackout's already receiving rave reviews, with some YouTubers and critics calling it the saving grace of a franchise that's been waning since 2012. It's a breath of fresh air, unlike so many other attempts at innovating the COD franchise. Finally, do we actually have a reason to play COD for something other than Treyarch's zombie maps? But what makes Blackout such a fantastic experience? Why did we all like it so much that we're now saying Blackout is what's going to save Call of Duty? Well, in this video essay, I've prepared a few reasons that I'd like to discuss. Reason 1. Work in progress. It's clear that Blackout is heavily inspired, if not completely ripped from the uber-popular Battle Royale game PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, the game that arguably started the Battle Royale genre boom. Its more popular free counterpart, Fortnite, feels almost entirely absent spiritually from Blackout as you ride around in tactical helicopters, control the smoothest ATVs in gaming, and tactically move from one familiar location to another alone or with friends. Blackout had the benefit of seeing what worked and didn't work in already existing Battle Royale games. While PUBG remains a rather glitchy, at times frustrating piece of gaming competition that's still enjoyed by thousands, Treyarch took that basic formula, a bunch of people in a lobby, then drop out of the sky into a huge varied world filled with weapons and fight to the death in a last man standing environment, and fix the annoying elements that made PUBG frustrating, like physics errors, bad hitboxes, and poor vehicle controlling. It makes Blackout an addicting experience, as now instead of feeling tired after playing 5 games of PUBG, you feel like you want to play 10 more of Blackout. Reason 2. Familiar territory. Treyarch is no stranger to innovation. They created Zombies, the mode that has defined Call of Duty for the past 5 years, and each time they release a new game, they innovate and expand on their mode, while the other developers of COD attempt to make their own zombies that always fail to impress. Blackout is similar, there's just more pressure on them to get it right, and a lot of that has to do with how they implemented numerous familiar elements from their older games and inserted them into this game world in order to make it successful. Instantly, you're able to pick between several fan-favorite characters to play as, including all 4 Zombies characters, Mason Woods and Reznov from the Black Ops campaign, and characters from Black Ops 3's multiplayer. This is a wonderful nod to the characters we've grown to love over the past several years, and while they're not as memorable as, say, Captain Price or Makarov from the Modern Warfare series, these characters still hold a piece of nostalgia for older players. Along with this, the Mystery Box, Zombies, and the aforementioned map remakes are a nice touch to a mode that many were already going to play, and when you're running around killing other enemies with a ray gun instead of an assault rifle, that's just plain awesome. Only Treyarch could have found balance and nostalgia in a genre many were starting to grow tired of, as more YouTubers jumped on the bandwagon. Ask yourself this: would you rather shoot someone in the face with an ICR from Black Ops 3, or a ray gun? That explains my point. Reason 3. A need to change. Call of Duty is waning. It's not dying since millions of copies of each game are sold yearly, but its popularity in the eyes of die-hard fans from the days of Modern Warfare and the original Black Ops has plummeted. I haven't bought a Call of Duty game week 1 after its release since Call of Duty Ghosts, and if you remember that game at all, you have a pretty good reason as to why I stopped there. Since then, Advanced Warfare was abandoned pretty soon after release, while Infinite Warfare was given up on as soon as Infinity Ward, the studio that started Call of Duty, decided going to space with Jon Snow was a better idea than rebuilding the franchise with a gritty World War II aesthetic. something Sledgehammer would try and fail to create the year after with the simply titled Call of Duty World War II. Now the ball is in Treyarch's court, who admittedly made a pretty poor game in Black Ops 3, save for the exceptional Zombies mode that's the best they've ever offered. Both the campaign and the multiplayer felt like unnecessary add-ons to the formula Sledgehammer established in Advanced Warfare, and with that being considered, Treyarch now not only had to develop a Zombies mode that built on the perfectly concluded Zombies storyline in Black Ops 3 and innovate on a multiplayer mode that hasn't meaningfully changed since 2007, they also had to develop this new Battle Royale mode. The combination of this is probably why they decided to axe the single-player storyline from Black Ops 4. There hasn't been a truly interesting Call of Duty campaign since either Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2, depending on who you ask, so you can be forgiven for not caring that there's no single-player mode to enjoy. While games like Titanfall 2 and Wolfenstein make the single-player experience in first-person shooters enjoyable and even engaging, COD hasn't in years, so it won't be missed. Treyarch has always done well under pressure too, so even though they must have had many deadlines from Activision, they managed to create this mode, make it better than the competition, and give fan service while doing all that. Honestly, I'm amazed. Everyone loves this mode, and when you look at the sheer weight of Black Ops 4 release and what it means for the COD franchise, Treyarch must have used all of these expectations to fuel the effort they put into their new game. It can't be understated just how big of a deal Blackout is for the COD franchise as a whole. Battle Royale games print money unlike any other genre has before them, and Treyarch, the same game company that made Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2, is the one who's made the best Battle Royale game so far. To avoid hyperbole, I'm not going to say that it's the permanent saving grace for Call of Duty, because the other two developers have a long way to go before their games are above par. And I wouldn't say PUBG is going anywhere either, since it has such a fervent PC player base that refuses to do anything but play PUBG. But Blackout has given a franchise many of us have given up on a new life. Blackout, Zombies, and Multiplayer are the three game modes offered in Black Ops 4, and I think the huge variety between them is going to keep Black Ops 4 alive for at least the next 3 years with regular updates, a driven community, and constantly evolving gameplay. We've never had players as excited to play a Call of Duty game as they are now since maybe 2011. Treyarch, the last respected developer of this franchise, has saved a game series that used to be synonymous with gaming from irrelevancy. And that's saying something. That's it for me, guys. I normally don't do videos like this, but I had a lot to talk about in regards to Blackout. What do you guys think? Did you play Blackout? Did you like it? Do you think it's going to be as big of a deal as many people are saying? Do you think it's the savior of Call of Duty, or is this series just going to slip back into the downward spiral it's been on since Ghosts? If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a like and subscribe for more videos to come. Thank you so much for watching, and with all that being said, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.